वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णा प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमय प्रदीपः Shubhodaya, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are joining. Welcome to the 13th chapter Bhagavad Geeta. We have been covering this chapter for the past few weeks. It is called as Kshetrajna Yoga, the field and the knower of the field. The field, we should understand the field before we play the game of our life. Without understanding the field and its modification, if you try to play the game, you won't be successful. In order to play the game successfully in your life, the game of your life to play, we should know the pitch properly, the field, we should know the field and its modification. Field is subject to change, and under whose guidance it is subject to change. It is the knower of the field. Knower of the field is Kshetrajna. We have to know it's the field, its modification, and the owner of the field. One who knows this field completely in and out. That by surrendering to the knower of the field completely, and we will be able to understand the field. When we understand the field, then our play game becomes it's a celebration. The game, we enjoy the game. If I do not understand the field, and if I do not understand its modification, if I have no regard for the knower of the field, my game will be a stress. Life game is a stress. Many people, they say life is so hard and I am exhausted, tired, and many people, they commit suicide also. I can't play the game anymore, I want to resign, and people commit suicide also. Why? Because they haven't paid attention to understand the field, the knower of the field, its modification. And field, many of us think the field I am in, it is the permanent. It is going to last for it's a time immemorial. Now, because of the COVID situation, technology platform is changing so fast. I am trained to play the game in only one field, and tomorrow my employer says, sorry, we have changed the game of our company. You are not required. I feel it's so depressed. I thought my field will be there until I retire. I play the game. Now I realized my employer says, sorry, you're not required. We changed the platform of our company. This field, we changed, sorry, you're not required. I can't handle this one, I go into depression. Why? Sri Krishna says, you have to understand the field. And the field, be aware, the field is not permanent. It is subject to change. And by resorting to the owner of the field, not only one field, all fields, everything across the world, it is game is played according to the will of the knower of the field. This coronavirus situation across the world, what it has done, world was going in one direction. Because of this coronavirus, there is a paradigm shift across the world. Everyone was heading this way. All of a sudden, the course of everyone is changed. You have to adapt. If you can't adapt, then people will go into depression, they can't, anxiety problem, mental health will be a biggest challenge across. And yesterday I was talking to someone in India also. It's mental health is a big issue. Depression wide across. In America, wide across. They across Europe and Australia, they say that there will be huge mental health impact on that one. Because why it has happened, we haven't understood the field to begin with. And we did not realize that field is subject to change. And we did not know that we have to surrender to the knower of all fields. When you do that one, your game of your life, you enjoy the game of your life. Otherwise, your life itself, it becomes a drag, it becomes heavy for yourself. Let us learn. We have done up to 10 slokas. Repeat again. Arjuna Uvacha. Prakatim Purusham Chaiva. Kshetram Kshetrajna Evacha. Etad Veditu Ichchami. Jnanam Jneyam Cha Keshava. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Idam Shariram Kaunteya. Kshetramityabhidhiyate. Etadyo vetitam prahu. Kshetrajnam iti tadvidah. Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi. Sarvakshetreshu Bharata. Kshetra Kshetrajnayor Jnanam. Yatta Jnanam Matam Mama. Tat Kshetram Yachayadrika. Chayadvikari Yataschayat. Sachayo Yat Prabhavascha. Tat Samasena Me Shrunu. Rishibir Bahuda Geetam. Chandobhi Vividai Pritaka. Brahma Sutra Padaischaiva. Hetu Madhir Vinischitam. Mahabhutani Ahankaro. Buddhi Avyaktamevacha. Indriyani Dashaikam Cha. Pancha Chendriya Gochara. Ichcha Dvesha Sukham Dukkham. Sangata Chetana Dhriti. Etat Kshetram Samasena. Avikara Udahritam. It is thus far, it is talked about Kshetra, what is field. Shri Krishna says that to begin with, this body itself is the field. To begin with, I have to understand this body, I should understand this anatomy of this body. What is right for this body, the idam shariram kaunteya, this field. Before I venture out, play the game outside, you understand your body. Every field is different, every body is different, and some food, it is not agreeable to this body. Some food, it is agreeable. Understand what is right for this one. not driven by the tongue. You understand this food, whatever food you are eating, according to this field, you have to understand the field and what is right for this body. You have to have that type of input. If I disregard this body, I eat anything, sleep anything, recreate whatever I want, so that means you haven't understood this field to begin with. And Sri Krishna, he talks about in Bhagavad Geeta in earlier, this the food what we eat, and how you sleep, and when you sleep, and whom you make friendship with, how do you recreate, it will all have a impact on this field. You have to understand this field. When I understood this field, then try to understand the field where you are going to play the game. Outside, you have to play the game, this field, and the knower of the field. You understand the field. Then this field is subject to change. It's conditioned by 24 qualities. The way in which I play the game, it depends on 5 organs of action, 5 organs of knowledge, and 5 the Mahabhutas, great elements, ether, air, fire, water, and earth element, and the link between the great elements and this body through this hearing or touch, or through eyes, or through your taste buds, or your nostrils. These are the links. And beyond that one, inside, how you play the game depends on your mind, manas, and your buddhi, thinking ability, your ahankara. I want that one. I want to play. That ahankara, the chitta, your memory, past memory. Some things you remember, some you do not remember. And these 24 qualities are helping that you to play the game well. These are the subject to change. When you understand these 24 qualities, understand about this body, now I know what are the things are affecting me. Now I should be very careful how I play the game. Shri Krishna talks about develop 20 qualities. These 20 program, I should have a continuous learning module for myself. It's these 20 for continuous upgrade. Like as the situation changes in the company, they make you to go through a new learning. Understand, so that you can adapt to the situation. If you want to adapt to the situation, all situation, these 20 qualities, it is a continuous learning. It is not one-off. And Shri Krishna starts off with Amanitvam Adambitvam.
Amanitvam Adambitvam.
Ahimsa Kshanti Arjavam.
Ahimsa Kshanti Arjavam.
Acharyo Upasanam Shaucham.
Acharyo Upasanam Shaucham.
Stairyam Atma Vinigraha.
Stairyam Atma Vinigraha.
Amanitvam, when I am playing the game, not to be too possessive of me. If you are so possessive and you are so self-conscious, you won't be play the game. You have to, at times, you have to lose yourself. And then only you can play the game. If you are overly conscious of yourself, you can't play the game. Amanitvam. And while playing the game, not to ask for the reward. Before I start playing the game, I ask what I will get, how much salary I will get, how much bonus I get. I am so worried about that one, and I forget to play the game. Before you play the game, reward is not the driver for you. And that is what Karma Yoga talks about. Karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. My goal is not set on the reward, but instead my goal is set on how well I can play the game. And how well I can play the game, not that what I will get out of that one, what certificate I will get. I go to everyone, please give me a certificate, please give me a certificate. I go to various government agencies, please give me a certificate, please give me an award, and I want to increase my title next to that one. I got this one, I got this one, I got this one. I want to project myself how great I am, not to hanker after that one. And you play the game such a way that may the Lord be pleased. Not to your intention is not to please any government officials or anyone. What you do with their the certificate, that the government certificate, and Yama will ask you when you come off your body what certificate you got, from which government you got, and what titles you have. Will he ask that one? Never. It is not required. You are doing that one as an offering to the Supreme Being with the intention of knowing the knower of the field. Amanitvam, adambitvam, and inside and outside same, and not to put on the mask, outside mask, to impress others. How great I am. I want a certificate from everyone, and people should say how great this person is. And inside I don't have quality. I am here to only impress others. People should, in my Facebook, I want everyone to make a comment, like it, and in social media, I am so worried about how many followers I have, and adambitvam, inside I do not have, only the cosmetics, only the makeup I have put on. I don't want to reveal my own nature. That is, I want to hide my inner being. That is why I put on so many masks. I don't want to reveal myself. I want to put on mask, makeup. Adambitvam, ahimsa, kshanti, arjavam. Ahimsa, my life should not be a burden to others. And last week I mentioned, one of the students asked the question also, ahimsa, and experience the pain of others going through. As you start doing the sadhana, going in, you can feel the pain of others. You can feel the pain. And that is why I urge all the students also of yoga, shy away from eating meat. And animals go through a lot of pain when they are being butchered and dragged to the slaughterhouse. And there is no humane butchering or inhumane butchering. Animals go through a lot of torture. And can't you feel the pain of that one? And to make a couple of dollars, I run a restaurant selling all the meat, and I eat, I bring it, all the dead animals, dead bodies, I put it in the freezer. Can't you feel the pain? And I mentioned last week, it is like corruption. People, they are not worried about what is the feeling of others. I am looting others. How bad is that one? I am looting the government. I am looting the people. Can't you experience the pain of others? And this eating meat is similar to looting the society, corruption, and eating the meat also same. Animals' pain I can't feel. In the corruption, I don't feel the pain of so many people have paid the tax. I want everything for myself. And there is no amanitva. I want everything. And shy away from eating meat. That should be a resolution of the yoga students. I won't touch the meat again. Because ahimsa, I want to feel, I can feel the pain of that animal. How can I eat? In my experiments with the truth, Gandhiji as a small child, and he ate goat meat. As a child, he ate goat meat, and after that, whole night he was feeling in the stomach. Goat is kicking in his stomach, and he could able to feel goat is kicking in his. How could you eat me? And the goat was asking the question within. And how could you eat me? And he could able to feel the goat is kicking in his stomach. Whole night he could not sleep. And next day he made a resolution. I won't eat any meat. Animals also have life. How can I eat? And inside goat was asking, how could you eat me? And that question, next day onwards, he said, I won't touch the meat anymore. And ahimsa, kshanti arjavam, kshanti, endure the insults in your life. Nobody, you can't expect everyone in the society to welcome you with the open hand and garland, and there will be people who will be criticizing you. Be open to that one, open to the criticism. You don't expect everyone to praise you. There is always people are criticizing, and bear the insults. People may criticize you, insult you in front of others, not to carry the grudge against them. Come what may, even if I die, I won't excuse that person, not to carry the grudge. And it's a part and parcel. Some like you, some do not like you. And be loyal to yourself. And you are not here to please everyone. It is not like a government election. At the time of election, they promise, and everyone will get that one. I will give the money. Everyone will get 5-story building. Everyone will get free television. Everyone will get free water, free electricity. It is all government only to please everyone. They want the vote. It is not. We are not here to please everyone. Our goal, we are playing the game of our life only to invoke, to know the knower of the field. Kshanti, arjavam, straightforwardness in our dealing, thinking, talking and action in one line. Acharyo upasanam shaucham. To understand this one, you have to approach a teacher with humility, not out of arrogance. Tell me, I want to know. It is not by demand you can't get. By giving a donation you won't get. Only service. Serve the teacher. Serve the teacher. Humility. Surrender to the teacher. Then teacher may advise, reveal the secret to you. Acharyo upasanam. Acharyo. That the importance of teacher, it is extolled in the scriptures again and again. Without a guru, you can't get the knowledge. I can get the information, but there is a difference between the information and knowledge. Knowledge dawns by the grace of the teacher, and information I can get through my intellect. Why I need a guru? Through my intellect I can get the information, but knowledge comes. There is what is called as in the world also, many intelligent people are there, and people are fighting, writing a IQ exam, 150, 160, 170 my IQ. Many intelligent people are there. Companies, they go to the campus to recruit the very intelligent people, in the intelligent students. They go to campus interview, all the employer looking for a very intelligent person. But very few are intuitively connected. Their intuition is very active. They do not go governed by the mind. They start thinking out of box thinking to the intuition that Ajna Chakra opens. The brilliant people only can get the intuition opened. That intuition, that Ajna Chakra, if you want that one to be opened, and it is not an intelligence, it is beyond the intelligence, it is called as intuition. The inner, if you want to understand the Shastras, only through the Guru's grace you can understand. Shaucham, purity in your physical, talking and mental. Whole life I mentioned, you are coming and going. It is like putting yourself in the washing machine with dirty clothes being washed. So is this life is a process of purifying yourself. You go through hardship, very tough time in your life, it is like you visualize yourself in the washing machine. Some clothes are twisted, bent and turned upside down. The only intention of the washing machine, one who has put in that one, the cloth has to be clean. And the purpose of going through the tough time, difficult time, only to purge out the impurities in us. Never question the knower of the field, why tough time. Never ask the Creator, I should have everything in a golden spoon. No tough time should come. That means you won't learn anything in your life. The challenging time should be there. Without challenges, the purpose of life is lost. You have to have a challenges. Tough time. Then only the purification happens. Shaucham, stairyam, do not give up hope and firm foundation and firmly convinced. Stairyam, and I am not giving up hope in my life. Stairyam, Atma Vinigraha, and senses in my control, and Indriyarteshu Vairagya.
Indriyarteshu Vairagya.
Anahankara Evacha.
Anahankara Evacha.
Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi.
Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi.
Dukkha Doshanu Darshanam.
Dukkha Doshanu Darshanam.
Indriyarteshu Vairagya, and see the limitations of the senses. Today what is so good for me, tomorrow and I lose the taste. I like the most expensive bungalow, I buy that one. After few years I don't enjoy this one, I want to sell. I buy a expensive car, after few days I lose the charm. I go to an expensive restaurant thinking that is it, that the whatever they sell in that restaurant is my most favorite. After going twice, thrice, I want to go to a different restaurant, and my everything changes. If I go to an employer, at the interview I will say, I desperately want to work in this company. This is my goal of my company. After 1 month after the probation, I start updating my LinkedIn, I started updating my CV. I thought I want a different job. This is not the job for me. And this whatever I say, it is keeps on changing. Today is the right one, tomorrow it changes. It changes. Indriyartesha, today is my best friend. He or she is my best friend. After 2 years, I hate that person. And what is best, it becomes the worst. And how can you trust that one? What is the best? It keeps changing, and see the limitations of the senses. Do not trust your own senses. And don't get misled by your own senses. Senses will take you for a ride. What is best, good for you today, tomorrow you start despising that one. Indriyarteshu, be aware of that one. Why I am liking this one? And when I am hating, why I am hating this one? Indriyarteshu Vairagya, and Anahankara Evacha. Not to be too egoistic. And my ego, come what may, I want that one. That ahankara means, it will say, you hurt my ego, I will take my revenge. Make sure that ego is not overpowering you. Ego is required. Without ego we can't function. I want to attend Bhagavad Geeta class. I want to learn Bhagavad Geeta. I want to learn yoga. I want to learn painting. I want to learn music. That it is there, ego is there. Without ego, that won't be any, you can't learn anything. But ego should not be, whatever I am doing, I should, this one painting should be better than that one. I want everyone to recognize. And in Mahabharata also, the Karna had a blessing. Karna had a blessing, and he was unstoppable. Nobody can beat him in the warfare. He had a blessing from Parashurama. But the moment he thinks He is in a competition. I am superior to somebody, he will lose. And he was the best in archer, but whenever he thought I should be better than Arjuna, whenever he went to the competition to prove himself I am better than that one, he lost every time. It was giving a message to us also. You best when will come out, you are not playing the game to beat others. You are playing the game, let best in me comes out. Whenever Karna wanted to fight the battle, wanted to prove himself, I am better than them. And as a better than Arjuna, he lost. And that ahankara should not in the overdrive. Ahankara evacha. Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadi. These four goes together, 4 dimensions of life. The birth, the constant companion of the birth is death. The friend, those two are friends. They are always together. The life and death, they are going together. That going together, death is a constant companion. And when the body leaves, again the death also goes. And when it comes, again born, death accompanies. Death accompanies. And the death, when it, janma and mrityu, between that one, other two things makes our foundation of our life very weak, shaky, and jara and vyadi, old age slowly like a python approaching its prey, slowly approaching us without knowing. We are so engrossed in our day-to-day activity, our old age is slowly creeping in and leading to jara and vyadi. So many ailments come to the body, so many ailments, and it is trying to shake the foundation of our life. Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadi, dukkha, doshanu, darshanam. See the limitations in these ones. In the not to be overjoyed if somebody is born in your family, and do not go into depression, somebody dies. They are the part of the parcel, life and death, going and coming, and they have come to play the game of their life. Incidentally, you made a contact with them. That contact, because of that one, don't think your contact is permanent. When I think my contact is permanent, then I get so depressed if somebody dies. And that contact is very weak contact. And janma and mrityu, and coming and going, and janma, mrityu, jara, vyadi. When somebody dies, and in the scripture also it is talking about, like in the river, 2 logs, 2 trees or logs are floating, perchance 2 logs come together, they sail in the river for a while, and at certain point one log goes one side, another goes other side. So is our life, that we are together for a while, and once I depart, I don't know, I don't remember that person. And some people, they say, in my next life also I want you to be my husband or wife. And who knows, when the body leaves, that soul, when it is born, that person can be a stranger. In the previous life, husband and wife, this life may be a stranger. Or some people that so enemy, that there are many cases referred in the scriptures also. I hate that person so much. I was hating that person. Even in my death, I did not forget. And what happened? That person is born in my family. Maybe as a son, maybe as a daughter, the enemy who wanted to take a revenge can be born as a husband, can be my wife, or to take a revenge. They will take a revenge and they torture each other, or a son or a daughter, or maybe in the brother, in the same family, they come close and that fight continues. Sri Krishna says, if you want to do this one, you reconcile, not to carry that one, and carry the vengeance. Kshanti should be there. And it's a janma mrityu jara vyadi dukkha doshanu darshanam. And if you have made any enemies in this current life, now it's a time. In the Bhagavad Geeta class, I am prompting you, if you think that person is your arch enemy, now itself you make a resolution. Think of the Lord Sri Krishna and say that person I have excused, pardoned. That person is no more my enemy. Reconcile within you. Otherwise, in the next life, we don't want you to come back, or that person come back to haunt you, or you take the haunt, this one. Whatever is that one, make a sankalpa today itself. I pardon that one. I reconcile. No more that person is my enemy or my friend. Reconcile. Do not carry any vengeance. Otherwise it will start haunting you in the life after life. To overcome that one, see that one. Janma mrityu jara vyadi dukkha doshanu darshanam. Then asaktir anabhishvanga. Putradara grihadishu. Nityam cha samachittatvam. Ishta anishto upapattishu. Again, asaktir anabhishvanga. Putradara grihadishu. Nityam cha samachittatvam. Ishta anishto upapattishu. Asaktir anabhishvanga. Anabhi, shvanga, and it's anabhi. Anabhi means both ways. Like and dislike. Anabhi, it's both ways. Putradara grihadishu. Limit your contact, limit your attachment to your husband, wife, children, house, property, your business, whatever. You have a link, but it should not be a very strong link. And you have a link. You are there like a lotus, on the lotus petal, water drop is there, you are there, not to get too attached. When you are too attached, it will cause you lot of trouble. Whether you may depart early, and when a person depart many cases across India, that in the past, when banking system was not there, they used to keep all the wealth in a pot, and they will bury the pot in their own backyard, and many times they won't tell the children also. Children may take it off. We'll let them know when it's required. And many cases it is mentioned in the last minute of the life, the father wanted to tell something in the last minute. Instead of thinking of the Lord, he wanted to call son. He can't talk also. He called and he start pointing the finger somewhere and dies. And last minute of my life is spent with grievance. I wanted to tell where the money is, even I could not communicate. Instead of thinking of the Lord, I was thinking my money. And they say many times these, when they start digging, these pots invariably had snakes in that one. That person who wanted to convey this one to son or wife or whoever, and he could not or she could not tell, born as a snake and in the pot, and as if is guarding that one. And this life, it's when the attention is there, that the snake is born as a snake guarding the wealth. And guarding the wealth, I wanted so attached to my wealth. And in the not to minimize your contact, minimize, otherwise last minute of my life, and I am thinking of my business, my money, my bank balance, and the best technique. And these days, our children do not need our wealth. Our children, they want to be independent all across. They want to earn their living, and instead of hoarding the money in your bank, making 10 million, 20 million, you want your children to enjoy. Forget about that one, what Sri Krishna is talking. Before you go, make sure that you disperse the money to the right channel, right people. They can use the money for the right cause, give it. Otherwise, if you keep it for your children, if they are not brought up well, they will blow it up. And the sin of their doing misdeeds out of that money, it will come to you. Best is dhana. And in Srimad Mahabharata also, that Yaksha Prashna, in that asked the question to Yudhishthira, what is the companion of the person who is dying? What is that one which will help that person? It says, the Yudhishthira gives an answer, the charity one has given, that is alone is a guardian for that soul. The charity one has given alone will protect that soul. That charity, dhana, you give that one, and right cause, charity across, that alone will protect that soul. And whatever they thinking, that wrong notion, my wife, my children, I want to keep lot of money for them. In the next life, if you come back and if you approach your son in the next life, give me money, I left that one, he will call a police, and somebody is hassling me. And I thought my son, wife, this one, they're so dear, and they don't have too much of attachment. If you have money, the best companion, best thing you can do it for yourself is give it to a charity for a right cause. Let your money flow like a river reaching to the ocean. Along the way, it is enriching the banks all along the way. May you enrich the community to the right channel. Disperse. Janma Mrityu Jara, this one, Asakti Rana Bishwanga, minimize your contact with your property, business, and you are there, you are here, you are playing the game of your life. Play the game well, and connect only to the Supreme Lord, knower of all fields, and minimize your contact. Asakti Rana Bishwanga Putradhara Grihadishum, house, and minimize your attachment to that one. Nityam cha samachittatvam. Sama means balance. Nitya means always. Try to be a level-headed person, not an erratic person. Not today is I am talking something, tomorrow I change something, today I profess on something, tomorrow I talk of something else, and like a politician, according to the situation I change my game. Not that one. Have a balanced personality, a level-headed personality. Samachittatvam, ishta anisto upapattishu. When things go as planned, or do not as planned, do not get bogged down. And whether things go as planned or do not goes as planned, have a balanced personality, that is called as yoga. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Sri Krishna talks about in the Bhagavad Geeta earlier in the 2nd chapter. Samatvam, balanced personality is yoga. Nityam cha samachittatvam ishta anishto upapattishu. Balanced person is called as yoga. When you want to play the game well, not to be too bogged down whether I'll win or lose, whether how bad is the opponent, never bogged down. What is the condition, who are the players, who are the teammates, not to worried about that one. Throw your heart and play the game well with a balanced mind. And for example, in the football also, in the World Cup finals, if you want to play the game well, not to get stressed out. If you are stressed out, you can't play the game well. You will buckle down. And if you in the cricket also, if you want to play the game well, you are not worried how big is the opponent's score or how little, and you are here to play the game. Then only you can play the game and win the game of your life. Nityam cha samachittatvam ishta anisto upapattishu maicha yogena bhaktiravya bicharini vivikta desha sevitvam arati jana sansadi. Again, maicha yogena bhakti avya abhicharini vivikta desha sevitvam arati jana sansadi. Again, vivikta maichananya yogena bhaktiravya bicharini vivikta desha sevitvam arati jana sansadi. The another set of qualities Sri Krishna mentions. Mai chananya yogena. Sri Krishna says your yoga means to connect. The connect, my connection individual to the Supreme Lord, the knower of all field, that connection should be firm. Today I am connected to the knower of the Supreme Lord, and tomorrow I am connected to something else. My yoga, I am connecting with the different people, and that company CEO has come, he is the most ultimate. I start connecting, and tomorrow another Prime Minister of a country has come, my connection with him, and today I am connected to the Supreme Lord, my Chananya. Sri Krishna says, connect with me. I am Sri Krishna and Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, I am connected. And tomorrow somebody says, not Sri Krishna, connect with Ganapati. And I forget Krishna, I connect with Ganapati. Tomorrow somebody says Durga, not that one, I connect with that one. And somebody says Shiva, I do that one. And somebody says another religion, I connect with that one. That is called as squandering the bhakti. Squandering, my bhakti is not firm, and I am proselytizing bhakti. I am scattered bhakti. It is not a bhakti, it's a firm bhakti. It is a conditional bhakti. It is according to my need, my bhakti changes. A devotee, if you are playing the game, your devotion to the Supreme Lord never changes. Shri Krishna says, Maicha anya yogena. There is no another yoga. You are not connecting here, you are connecting here, you are connecting. I am connecting only to the knower of all the fields. He is there right within me. Only He is the ultimate goal. Maicha anya yogena. There is no squandering of my devotion here and there. Maichananya yogena bhakti ravya abhicharini. Abhicharini means abhichara. Abhichara means selling off my devotion. I sell my devotion today here, tomorrow there. That is not, Shri Krishna says. You can't understand the field if you start doing that one. If you can't understand the knower of all fields. You have to have an unalloyed devotion to the Supreme Lord. Come what may. And Supreme Lord, unalloyed. Maicha anya yogena bhakti ravi abhicharini. And what else? To do that one, vivikta desha sevitvam. Try to find isolation. Try to find quietness within. And it's try to observe silence. Not be always chatterbox. Come weekend, I am busy partying. Every weekend I want I want to socialize. I invite people home, and the next week I go to their place. And I want to go to temple. Why? I want to socialize there. I don't like my own company. That is why I want to socialize. It's vivikta desha sevitvam. Shri Krishna says, quality, observe silence, enjoy your own company. And you have to enjoy your own company. You don't enjoy your own company and you say, I'm so bored. I pick up my phone and chit chat on somebody. I'm so bored. So I thought I will talk to you. And try to enjoy your own company. Vivikta desha sevitvam. And today's Black Friday sale. I'm so bored. I want to go to shopping. I want to see what they have to offer. I'm so bored sitting at home. And I can't enjoy my own company. Vivikta desha sevitvam arati janasansadi. Rati means enjoy. And arati, not enjoying the company of the socializing. Bunch of people, always a party person, always wants to be seen. The one who wants to know the knower of the field doesn't enjoy the marketplace, doesn't enjoy the company of people, would like to spend time for oneself. Arati janasansadi. These are then only you can understand the knower of the field. If you want to understand the knower of the field, arati janasansadi, and you are not always socializing, and you want to be seen in the company of people, and try to find solitude. Try to find a solitude for yourself. Invest time onto yourself. Enrich your personality. Arati janasansadi. Again, the next one. Adhyatma jnana nityatvam.
Adhyatma jnana nityatvam.
Adhyatma jnana nityatvam.
Adhyatma jnana nityatvam.
Again, adhyatma jnana nityatvam. Tattva jnanartha darshanam. Etad jnanam iti proktam. Ajnanam yatato anyata. Again, adhyatma jnana nityatvam. Tattva jnanartha darshanam. Etad jnanam iti prokta. Ajnanam yatato anyata. Adhyatma jnana nityatvam. Adhyatma jnana. One, adhyatma, atma means the body. Adhyatma means Atma means physiology, for example. Adhyatma means psychology. Psychology, higher than the physiology, psychology. And beyond that one, and beyond the concept of the mind, Adhyatma further means science of soul, inner world. Science of soul is called as Adhyatma. And Adhyatma also means science of the Supreme Lord. This here it is talking about idam shariram kaunteya. To begin with, try to understand instead of just living, Adhyatma means try to understand this sharira, anatomy. Try to understand. Beyond that one, try to understand this psychology, the 24 qualities, that is Adhyatma. Beyond that one, try to understand the science of all the field, all fields. How come I am playing this way in here? How come I am playing here? That is also Adhyatma. How to understand? It is subject to change. Why it is subject to change? What governs that one? That Prakriti. Understanding the Prakriti, it is called as Adhyatma. And beyond that one, who is that controlling everything? Who made me to play the game in this pitch, in this life? And who is that? That Adi Atma. Adi means Adi, most ancient person. Who is that one? Supreme Lord. I want to know about him. The most ancient person, because he is the most youngest also. The most ancient person is the one who is the most the current, up to date. I want to know about that one. If I want to know the most trending thing in the current one, if you understand the most ancient, you will know that things are trending now. The Adhyatma, Adi Atma, one who is the most ancient of everything. Adhyatma Jnana. I want to know about the most ancient, the fundamentals, the fundamental science on which all fields are subject to change. The fields are subject to change. What is changeless? I want to know. I want to know constantly. That is yoga. Connect yourself to that one. The changeless. What is that one? I want to know about that one. Adhyatma Jnana. My mind is always interested in that one. When I know the changeless, I can learn any material science which is subject to change. I can easily understand. If my focus is only on the material science, I forget about the foundation on which this matter subject to change. My learning is very shallow. Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam. Always mind is set on the most ancient Tattva Jnana. Tattva Jnana means the essence of all knowledge. Try to understand that one. Tattva Jnanartha Darshanam. These are the 20 qualities. These are the real knowledge. The real knowledge, Eta Jnanam. The scripture says these are the real knowledge. Eta Jnanam iti proktam. They say these, if you understand these 20 qualities, these are the real knowledge. If you try to understand anything out of these 20, Ajnanam, it's yatato anyatha. If these 20 are the real knowledge, anything else, if you are entertaining in your life, it is nothing but ignorance. Repeat these 20 qualities again. Amanitvam adambitvam.
Amanitvam adambitvam.
Ahimsa kshanti arjavam.
Ahimsa kshanti arjavam.
Acharyo upasanam shaucham.
Acharyo upasanam shaucham.
Stairyam atma vinigraha.
Stairyam atma vinigraha.
Indriyarteshu vairagya.
Indriyarteshu मतेषु वैराग्य
अनहंकार एव च
अनहंकार एव च
जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि
जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि
दुःख दोषानुदर्शनम्
दुःखदोषानुदर्शनम्
असक्तिरनभिष्वङ्ग
असक्तिरनभिष्वङ्गा
पुत्रदारा गृहादिषु
पुत्रदारागृहादिषु
नित्यं च समचित्तत्वम्
नित्यं च समचित्तत्वम्
इष्ट अनिष्टो उपपत्तिषु
इष्टा अनिष्टोपपत्तिषु
मयि चानन्ययोगेन
मयि चानन्ययोगेन
भक्तिरव्याभिचारिणी
भक्तिरव्यभिचारिणी
विविक्तादेशसेवित्वम्
विविक्तादेशसेवित्वम्
अरति जनसंसदि
अरतिर्जनसंसदि
अध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वम्
अध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वम्
तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम्
तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम्
एतज्ज्ञानम् इति प्रोक्तम्
एतत् ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम्
अज्ञानं यततो अन्यथा
अज्ञानं यततो अन्यथा
वसुदेवसुतं देवं
वसुदेवसुतं देवं
कंसचाणूरमर्दनम्
कंसचाणूरमर्दनम्
देवकी परमानन्दम्
देवकी परमानन्दम्
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्